I'd like you to think back to when you were 5 years old. We asked, on average, 65 questions per day, most of them starting with why. The average 8-year-old asks 41 questions per day, and by the time we are 44 years old, we only ask 6 questions per day, most of them starting with when, where, or how much. The number of questions we ask per day doesn't increase until retirement. Now, why retirement? Because that's when we start asking, where are my keys and why did I walk into this room? It could be said that we entered school as question marks and we graduated as periods. Now that's depressing. Dr. Jonas Salk, the medical researcher who developed the first polio vaccine, said, "The answer to any problem pre-exists. We need to ask the right question to reveal the right answer." What I take away from Dr. Salk's comment is that we don't find, create, or invent creative solutions. We reveal them by asking great questions. So here's a suggestion. Have you ever played the game 20 Questions? What if you asked your team to come up with 20 questions about your challenge before you tried to solve it? I guarantee you'll come up with some interesting insights into your challenge. I found that asking great questions is also a 3-step process. You start with what and then why questions before you ever ask how questions. Now, my favorite first question to ask about any challenge I'm dealing with is, what is the result we want to see, feel, and hear? Then I like to ask, why do we want to achieve this result? Finally, how are we going to achieve this result? The order to these questions is very important. If you start off asking the how questions before thoroughly defining your challenge with the what and why questions, you just be coming up with solutions in regard to a very ill-defined problem, which of course is not the best flow for problem solving. Well, now it's time to give you some homework to increase your question-asking quotient. So tonight, instead of asking your kids, what did you learn today in school, which gets you the typical nothing response, ask them, what questions did you ask today? Then encourage your kids to ask you, what questions did you ask today at work? Enjoy the new family conversation. If you are a student, challenge your friends by asking, who raised the best question in class today? And of course, share your questions on social media. You started school as a question mark asking why. My hope is that you regain that question mark status by remembering to ask great questions every day. Consider how your life might change if you retired as a question mark instead of as a period. Then you might spend your golden years asking, what great book should I read today and why? Rather than, where are my keys?